This is Wave Outdoor Products, and today I thought I would make a little video on how I cook pizza on the grill. Yes, you can cook pizza on a grill. Our grills get so hot. They tested at over 900 degrees, so extremely hot, where you can get that perfect pizzeria pizza. Let's get started. The first thing I got is my pizza stone in the center of the grill. And I'm just going to go ahead and light it. First, I always want to turn on the gas. Start with the far left-hand burner. Turn, click, see the flame, let it sit there for a second so it all burns. You're going to do the same thing with everything else, all the other burners. And just light across, just like that. So it's going to take about 15 minutes to heat up. You have plenty of time to grab a cold drink, and we'll start making our pizza. So today I'm going to show you how to make my 4-cheese mushroom pizza. In that pizza we have obviously some cremini mushrooms. I have some bacon because bacon makes everything taste better. I got some caramelized onions, some mozzarella, some provolone, a little parmesan, some goat cheese, a little bit of olive oil mixed with some minced garlic and some chili pepper, arugula, obviously our pizza dough, and then a couple other things. We got some balsamic vinegar, olive oil, our cracked black pepper, some flour, and some semolina. So first thing we're gonna do, prepare the board. A little bit of semolina flour. Again, I like semolina flour because it just gives the bottom of the pizza just a touch of texture. You can't just get with flour. So you got pizza dough. Again, when you're making a pizza, you're just kind of pushing out to the edge. This pizza dough came from the freezer, so it's not as gaseous, but it's still pretty good. I mean, I usually make 2 pizza doughs with the recipe provided, and I freeze one because it's just me and my wife. Keep my hands underneath in a kind of like a loose fist position, and then just rotate it around the outside. You don't have to spin it, and then it goes. Oh, you can make sure you get full coverage on your flour and your semolina, and then just slap it down, and there you go. It's a nice little pizza. If there's any air, just kind of pull it out, and then you can always give it just a little stretch if it has a ton of memory. Okay, the next thing I'm going to do is I'm going to take my mixture of olive oil, minced garlic, and I'm using an Aleppo pepper, which is a Turkish pepper, and I like using it on pizzas because it just has a really unique and great flavor. There we go. So again, this is a white pizza. No tomato sauce on this one. This is gonna be naked. So there's a little bit of residual schmeg, the mixture in there. Little mixture. We're gonna save that because we have some plans for that once the pizza comes out of the oven. Next, we're going to throw a little mozzarella. It's a little provolone. The name of the game is to know just the right amount of toppings to put on to make the perfect pizza. You don't want too much. Obviously, you don't want too little, but you definitely don't want to overload your pizza. Just can wreak havoc. So I think that's a good amount of cheese. Again, this is some cremini mushrooms. I'm going to spread that around. And then, again, a little bit of bacon. Well, a lot of bacon. I like bacon. More bacon. And needs more bacon. There we go. A little caramelized onion. Caramelized onion is going to give us umami. It's going to give us some sweetness, just a richness. It's just going to be delicioso. There we go. Next, we're going to add just some crumbled goat cheese on top. Goat cheese has a unique flavor that is going to bring out the pizzazz in this pizza. I love goat cheese. Okay. And finally, a little cracked black pepper. A little extra virgin olive oil. And then we're ready for the oven. Again, you always want to lift it before we put it in the oven. See how it shimmy? See how it moves? That means I know when I get that to the stone, it's gonna release from the peel and go right onto the stone. I'm not gonna have any sticking, and it's gonna make a beautiful pizza. So to make the perfect pizza, you need the right tools. And the right tools means you need an infrared thermometer. The infrared thermometer is gonna tell us the temperature of the stone, and that's really important because the name of the game is to cook the bottom at the same time as the top. You don't want burnt top and raw bottom. You don't want burnt bottom and raw top. This has been on high for about 15-20 minutes, and I'm reading about 600 degrees. So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna turn the middle burners down just a little bit, kind of right below low, and then we're gonna let it close, and then we're gonna make our pizza. Remember, before you put it in, just give it a little shake. See how I'm shaking it and it's moving across the board? That means it's not gonna stick. If you find that your pizza's sticking, bring it back to where you're working, grab the edge, dust it with a little bit more flour or semolina, and until it moves like that. Now I know that's gonna slide right off. Here we go. Right to the back. Nice, easy. Lift on the bottom. Now we're gonna close the lid, and we are going to cook it for about 3.5 to 4 minutes, and then we're gonna turn it 180 degrees, so in 3 minutes. Okay, so it's been about 3 minutes and 50 seconds. Now it's gonna, we're gonna turn it. Get underneath, just be very careful. And just kind of spin it. See how that backside? Look at that, backside looks beautiful. Bottom looks like it's coming along. Turn it down to way low. You always want to manage your grill. Like there's, you know, with the grill, like it's not like you just turn to this, turn it to that, and it works miraculously. You got to watch it. So if you notice there, I kind of lifted the bottom of the pizza. I saw that it was, you know, browning rather nicely, but I don't want it to go too far. So I'm just going to shut these things, these middle knobs, down to low, just so it kind of just hums right there. And I think that by the time that everything finishes on the top, that the bottom will be a perfect pizza. Okay, so it's been about 2 or more minutes. Looks like a perfect pizza to me. Beautiful golden brown on top, some nice caramelization on the crust. You get some poofy crusts. It looks nice and crisp on the bottom. If you can kind of look at it, see, nice and golden brown, delicious on the bottom. It's hot. Woo. Okay, so what we're gonna do before we cut into this pizza is, like, I like to top it with a bit of a arugula salad, a very simple salad. So I have some arugula. Remember that leftover oil we had? I definitely want to use that. I got my spatula. No waste when we cook. There we go. That's all flavor. We don't want to throw that away. I'm gonna throw a little bit of Parmesan cheese, some cracked black pepper, a little more extra virgin olive oil, touch of real balsamic vinegar. We're gonna give that a toss. I'm just gonna put that right on top. Look at that. That, my friends, is a beautiful pizza. We're gonna top the whole thing with some fresh oregano, right from the garden. A little more Parmesan. And there you go. Beautiful pizza. So good. Perfect crisp. Look at that. That's structure right there. All the nooks and crannies. Look how thin that is. Look how thin that pizza is. Where's the flop on that? No flop factor. Beautiful. That's how you do it on the East Coast. You gotta try this at home. Delicious.